something I don't know.
Robert Pattinson, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
The character in Cosmopolis is this twisted, murdering, womanizing kind of psychopath billionaire. Yeah, I came out of it kind of liking him. I think he's kind of cool.
Oh, that's good.
Is it alright for us to like him?
I liked him, yeah. That's the problem with this. I was talking to the director, David, earlier. I always forget that he kills somebody, which is kind of defining a little bit. But which David told me is why he thinks I am a sociopath myself, and like the fact that I feel the scene where I shoot myself is far more important than when I shoot somebody else, which I genuinely do feel is the case. Yeah, I mean, I think that was my first reaction when I saw the movie the first time, that you can't, for someone who on the surface is kind of like apathetic and quite sort of nihilistic. It's quite sad at the end, and like I don't know. There's something. He's trying to do something good. Like he in a funny sort of way, he cares about the world, like, but he just doesn't really believe that anyone else lives in the world.
Is it important for you to understand everything that the character is saying on a deep level?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I just realised there was a thing which I've tried to do on other movies, where every single aspect of trying to act before you try and you think you have to understand it in your brain, but you don't really. If you have an understanding like in your body, then people in their real lives don't know what they're doing ever, really. Like, I mean, hardly anyone wakes up and has a premeditated plan for the day. I mean, no one does. And actors think they're like, oh, I need to know exactly why I'm doing this. And it's like, no, you don't. You need to know like bits and pieces. You need to know random little things, and you just need to know how to feel and how to listen, and that's it.
Let me just talk about the decision to take on Cosmopolis. Obviously, you've done a wide range of films, but you're known for some very commercial films. Was there a decision to do something off-kilter, a little bit not mainstream, but in a very visible setting, like a David Cronenberg movie?
There is something about his movies. They have such an identity of their own. It's not like he's not the type of director who'll, help an actor get to some kind of help them get to a performance. Just work with them and just be a kind of an assistant to them. They're his movies. All of his movies are his movies. There's not a single performance in one of his movies which detract from the fact that it's a Cronenberg film, and it kind of dissipates the pressure a little bit, because you're not just shouldering the whole burden of the movie. Like, he has his own fans and people, and also I kind of piggyback on his credibility as well. Whereas a lot of actors who do franchises want to do like star vehicles afterwards, and I've tried really consciously to avoid that since I've done the Twilight movies.
But it sounds like you're more comfortable than ever these days with this idea that your fan base is going to bring a certain amount of attention to a movie.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can never predict what people are going to like, but what I do find interesting is that I was in Lisbon a couple of days ago doing one of the premieres, and there's 1,500 people in the audience, most of whom teenage girls, and everyone's screaming and stuff just before they watch Cosmopolis. And I was like, it's gonna. I wanted to videotape the reaction and the thing, because it's like people do not know what to expect with the movie. They're going in with the most. I don't even know what they're expecting when they walk into it. But the fact that you bring this audience, which would, I almost guarantee, would not be seeing this movie otherwise, I think there's something quite interesting about that.